Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for your support. To our anonymous supporters, you're loved. To those who share videos, thank you. For super thanks, those who gift us super thanks, thank you so much. For the comments you leave there, for giving our video everything, Your Majesties. Thank you so much. You are loved, celebrated, and appreciated. All right, today, let's get back to history B. If I am to take you back to 135 to 350 BCE, we are going to unravel some truth that you might not come to terms with. Truth that might sound so odd to you, and you might feel, I do not want to believe this, and I wouldn't blame you for that. Now, let's get right into it. Okay, so we're talking about the Council of Nicea. All right, and how Egypt gradually became whitewashed, how pharaohs gradually started changing to Caucasians. Why and how this happened, we are getting to the clip pretty soon, but I'll have to prepare your mind that when we talk about councils created, all right, this is even the council, the first council where the person of Yeshua was decided upon. It was in this council that I decided to use the Caucasian picture as the Yeshua. All right, and this same picture that we started seeing as the Yeshua, it was someone who initiated something like this, and it started growing and gaining popularity. Now, there was someone already who was claiming to be a Christ prior to the story of the Christ, of Yeshua. Now, many people who hold this theory believe that the story of Yeshua is just a myth. It was never real. It was never real. Yeah, there is a Christ. There was a Christ, and that Christ is always in us. And that's why, as a human being, we have what we secrete the Christ oil, the chrism oil. Everybody secretes it, but there are people that wouldn't let you know. It is this oil that sanctify, and that is why if you want to be good, you can be good. If you do not want to be good, you suppress the secretion of this oil. The moment the secretion of this oil is suppressed, we are going down to our lower self. And when we are at our lower self, our lower states, our consciences are gradually dying. So we wouldn't know what is right from wrong. We wouldn't feel it even if we do evil, because there's nothing to question us for what we do. All right. We won't even feel the presence of the Almighty, because, of course, we've cut off that connection already. Got this information from We Are More Than Black. You can check it out. You can Google and then check them out as well.
Let's look at this. The Council of Nicea. Three things I want to cover here today about that council. The cause of the council. Why was there a need to convene this council in the first place? Let's understand that. What was the decree that came out of the Council of Nicea? And what was the outcome of the council itself? All right, let's look closely at this. What caused the council meeting at Nicaea? Well, to understand that, we have to go back to the first European pharaoh in history. His name was Ptolemy the First Soter. I told you I was going to present some archaeological evidence. This is what you mean. This is what I mean when I say evidence that demands a verdict. This is not somebody that we just made up. Here's the coin that dates back to this man's administration. The first European pharaoh. He was the beginning of what is called the Ptolemaic dynasties of ancient Egypt. I take that back. There's no such thing as an ancient white person. Did y'all hear what I said? They ain't been around long enough to refer to them as ancient. Okay, so if they are doing anything, it's recent. It's Johnny come late. Here you have this man, Ptolemy the First, also known as Soter. Now, write down the word soter, S-O-T-E-R. Write that down. You can see the years of his life, 367 to 283 BCE, approximately. And then whenever you see CA before dates, that means circa, means approximate. Did you write down S-O-T-E-R? Yes. Now, after that, write in parentheses, just make parentheses, but you're going to continue the word. I-O-L-O-G-Y. What does it spell? Soteriology. Exactly. Who knows what soteriology is? The doctrine or the study of salvation. Right. You know why? Because the word soter means savior. You need to understand the historicity here. This man, when he became Pharaoh in Egypt, he wanted the Egyptians to consecrate him as a god. Why? Not capital G-O-D, small G-O-D. Why was that? Because all of the pharaohs of Egypt were called gods with a small g. That's why they said Asa-Ra, a son of God. Every pharaoh was considered a god. Now, this European pharaoh comes in and he wants them to make him a god. But the Egyptians did not do that. The Egyptians said, no, you don't belong here in the first place. The only reason why you're on the throne is because it was taken by military force under Alexander the Great. Not Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great. Wasn't nothing great about him. Y'all following what I'm saying? Ptolemy I, Soter, was a good friend of Alexander. And that's how he ended up becoming the first European pharaoh of Kemet. Check out his boldness. He took upon himself the name Meriamun Setepenra. Sound familiar? Ursama'at-Ra Setepenra Rametsu Meriamun. Mary means beloved or loved. Amen is God. So Meriamun means beloved or loved of God. Setepenra means chosen by God. He wasn't given this name. He took it upon himself. Well, he insisted that they make an image in his honor. Oh, shucks now. The Egyptians didn't want to do that, so he started putting them to death. So he found a group of sellout Egyptians, Melkite, Coptic Egyptians, and the city of Menepha, which is known today as Memphis. The priest at Memphis, which was also the capital back then, the priest at Memphis said, we'll consecrate you to the priesthood. Why did they sell out? Right, to save their behind. Exactly. Guess what? It still goes on today. So they sold out and they consecrated him to the office of Pharaoh, and they made an image. They made an image in honor of him, and this image is called Serapis. Y'all following me? Y'all sure? So you got to understand this. You can't share this with nobody else if you don't understand it. The worship of Serapis. You see, this dude, Ptolemy I, there it is. That's Serapis. The Egyptian version of Serapis. dating back to approximately 350 BCE. This is the image that they made in honor of Ptolemy the First Soter. All right. Okay? What is Serapis? They took the name Osiris and combined it with the word Apis, which means the bull. Osiris. It became Serapis. Now here's the deep thing about it. Ptolemy the First tried to incorporate the religion of the Greeks into Egypt by creating the worship of a new god. And this was that god in honor of him called Serapis. Now, it was really a composite deity, as you see here. Again, as I said, made up. It looked kind of dumb, don't it? But hey, you know, the Egyptians had to give him something to appease him. Okay? And as you see here, over here is the Greco-Roman version of Serapis, the painting. How do you know that's Serapis? By the cup on top of his head. Y'all see it? Now, what year are we talking here? Greco-Roman, 135 BCE. So this can't be Jesus. If he had existed, it can't be Jesus. You follow what I'm saying? This is the image that the Greeks made the Africans worship. Yeah, buddy. In fact, show you how deep this goes, there was a correspondence from Emperor Hadrian referring to the Alexandrian worshipers. Where's Alexandria? Come on, talk to me. Where's Alexandria? In Egypt, Africa, right? Yes. The Alexandrian worshipers of Serapis calling themselves what? The bishops of Christ. Now that's deep. There was no Jesus. There was no Jesus. But yet these people refer to themselves as the bishops of Christ. And here's what he says. Egypt, which you commended to me, my dearest Sir Servianus, I have found to be wholly fickle and inconsistent. Putting down Egypt, okay. I can deal with that. And continually wafted about by every breath of fame, the worshippers of Serapis.
All right, Your Majesties, you heard all that. You've heard the argument. What do you think? Leave your comment in the audience section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself and love others. Stay safe, stay positive, always. Remember, it is what you believe in that works for you. What do you believe in? Bye for now.